No, sometimes I think we need to take a step away from superhero comics. Go back to the actual roots of comic books, which before superheroes came along, before the Shadow and Superman and the X-Men and things like that came along, comic books were telling sort of suspense stories, sci-fi stories. This is Strange Skies Over East Berlin. This is one of those. This is like a sci-fi suspense story. It mixes two things that I find very interesting in history. It mixes UFOs and it mixes Berlin post-war, and mostly in the Cold War, the height of the Cold War, the early '70s, late '60s. This is set in 1973, so this is when the Soviets really, really had a grip on Eastern Europe, and the Berlin Wall was up, and the Berlin Wall was really the Berlin Wall. Stasi agents were everywhere, and it's a very it's as close to North Korea, to current day North Korea, that the West has ever come. Um, so this is kind of, it starts out. Oh, sorry. Here's credit where credit's due. I don't think I've ever really, I don't think I've ever read anything from Jeff Loveness or seen illustrations from Lissandro Esthurin. I don't know. But I really like it. The book, the art is very well done. It has sort of this, in the coloring, it sort of has this like watercolor feel to it. A lot of the clothing and a lot of the settings, like the way this fades goes from red to black, that's very beautiful. You don't see that very often. It's really, really well done. So it starts off with this agent, and he's a double agent. He's sort of gotten himself into East Berlin. He's part of West Berlin. He's part of the free nation, Western civilization. He's gotten himself in, and he's like a Stasi member. They think he's a Stasi member, but he's actually a double agent. So he is helping people get over the wall, get across the wall. That's what he does. So it was a very, very dangerous time back then. People don't have any conception of it now. The wall fell in the late '80s, but we're so far removed from that situation that people nowadays they really can't conceive of something in the Western world being that divided, being that closely surveilled. They don't understand it. And I think because we've gotten away from that, we've gotten away from the toxicity of communism and socialism. Now, it's sort of sprung up again. The seeds have sprouted, and now we get kids clamoring for socialism and communism because they think that's going to take care of their student debts. But he helps people get across the border, across the wall, and as he's going, it sort of gets botched. This run that he's doing with these people, it gets botched, and he's about to be captured because they're moving in on him. Well, he sort of gets saved because this blue streak of light comes from out of the sky. And this goes into, I'm not going to spoil any more of this. I want you guys to go buy this. This is a change. This is an off-speed pitch. This is something different. It's definitely different from the book I reviewed yesterday, which, thank you everybody who's watched it. I think I've got like 40 views on it, and that's a lot of views for me in one day. But yeah, thank you for that one. And so this is sort of has to do with Berlin, the split, the communist, the East versus West, and it throws in another thing that I love: aliens. I really do love ufology. As I've probably stated in videos before, as a kid, I actually saw a UFO. I have no proof. I can't prove it in any way. I just know that I was on my street and a UFO flew over me. But anyway, yeah. I mean, look at this. This just the way this art is. It just looks like a watercolor picture, and it's a very good depiction of East Berlin at that time. It's very drab. People didn't really converse. People didn't really smile at each other because everything was being watched. Everything was being monitored. Any disloyalty you could be turned in. You never knew exactly who was an agent from the KGB. There were straight up these guards. It's a very interesting video, and I'll see if I can find it. about life for those guards. They were German. They were East Germans who were recruited to guard the wall, and then for like every 60 of them, there was one actual full-on KGB agent. That's a lot of agents to be embedded to spy on the people guarding the walls. There was a lot of stipulations. They couldn't live near the wall. They couldn't have relatives on the other side of the wall. It's just a lot of things. They went through this very, very intensive indoctrination course that was almost bordered on brainwashing to be loyal to the Soviet Union and to be loyal to the puppet government of East Berlin. Yeah, it's a very interesting thing, and these guys faced a lot of repercussions after the wall fell down. I think a lot of them just went to Russia to become Russian because they had sort of guarded and betrayed their people for so long. But yeah, I don't want to spoil a whole lot of this stuff, but there was a crash site and the Soviets responded to it, and this one soldier seems to be dealing with this mental trauma of it, and he's saying very cryptic things. So it goes from it's sort of it's a thriller mystery with a bit of the spy game thrown in. It's a lot of things. This is like a potluck dinner of really cool things from the 70s and it's from the Cold War. I highly recommend this. This is one of the better comic books I've read this year. It's okay. I'm gonna go see Joker sometime this weekend, I hope. And the last movie I saw was Peanut Butter Falcon. I realized that I haven't gone to the movie. I haven't gone to any movies this year. I've gone to see films. Peanut Butter Falcon is a film. Joker is a film that has disguised itself as a superhero movie. Those are films. I haven't seen a single movie in the movie theater this year. And that's sort of how I feel about this. This is like, this is well crafted. It's a cut above a lot of comic books that just get pumped out every month, every week, every day. And I think after reading this, I really like the cover. I really like it has sort of this matte feel to it, the whole book. There's nothing glossy about it. There's nothing really vibrant about it, except when you see interactions or some sort of energy coming from the alien presence or whatever. I'm not even sure what it is. It ticks off the things that you're supposed to do in a mystery, in a sci-fi mystery. It raises questions. It makes you... it gives you pieces that will fall into place later, but you don't really know what it's going on right now. It's something that makes you sort of think and wonder, and that's sort of I really think that's what we need to get back to in comic books. Worry less about what Spider-Man book or what Spider-Man story arc is going to be good next, and do more of finding somebody who's going to write a good sci-fi story next in comic books. And I think that's what this is. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. So I'm going to show again. This is from Boom Studios. There is credit where credit's due once again. Go check this out. I highly recommend this. Go buy it. It's going to be, I think, I'm excited for it. I'm going to put it on my pull list. That way it is official that my comic book shop will be ordering this. But we'll see in a few weeks what the numbers are on this, how it sells, but I'm going to do my part and try to push this. This is a really good book. It's a really good change from your normal superhero fare, and I highly recommend that you guys go check it out. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Hit a like, hit a subscribe. I haven't checked my subscriber count in a while, but hopefully it's going up. But thanks for watching. You guys go have a good day. It's Thursday, and I got a race to watch tonight. Formula One in Suzuka. Bye.